doorbell rings at midnight, suddenly your phone is exploding with notifications from people you have never actually spoken to in real life. That is the quintessential experience of being on a neighborhood-focused social app. You joined because you wanted a reliable plumber. Maybe you needed someone to watch your dog while you were out of town. The premise is solid. It is about community. It is about knowing who lives 3 doors down. You want to see the local alerts. You want the missing cat posters that actually matter. But then you open the feed. It starts with a genuinely helpful recommendation for an electrician. Everyone agrees he is the best in town. Then things take a sharp turn. Someone posts a blurry photo of a delivery driver. Suddenly the comments section is a war zone. People are arguing about the state of the sidewalks. Someone else is complaining about a trash can left out for 2 hours too long. It is a strange digital mirror of our physical surroundings. You see the best of people when they rally to find a lost puppy. That is the magic of these platforms. They bridge the gap between strangers who share a zip code. You get real-time safety updates that actually matter. If there is a water main break or a package thief on the prowl, you know about it instantly. That utility is hard to ignore. Yet the psychological cost is real. The feed can become a non-stop stream of paranoia and petty grievances. It feels like a town hall meeting that never ends. Every minor inconvenience becomes a public scandal. You find yourself reading a 50-comment thread about a stray sock on the pavement. The negativity can be truly exhausting. It shifts from being a tool for connection to a source of unnecessary stress. Some neighborhoods turn into political battlegrounds over the smallest issues. You came for a gardener, but you stay for the drama. It is a fascinating social experiment happening right on your smartphone. The trade-off is often a test of your peace of mind. Can you handle the chaos just to find out where to get the cheapest mulch? For many, the answer is a cautious yes. You just have to learn how to filter the noise. You have to ignore the person who thinks every rustle in the bushes is a major security threat. Focus on the actual value. Use it to support local businesses. Grab that free couch someone left on the curb. Check the emergency alerts and then put the phone down. Do not get sucked into the debate about the color of the new community center. It is about balance. The app is a powerful tool for local information. It just happens to come with a side of neighborhood insanity. You might find your new favorite cafe or a great babysitter. You might also find out that your neighbor across the street has very strong opinions about your lawn ornaments. It is a wild ride through the modern suburban landscape. If you can keep your sanity intact, there is plenty of good to be found. Just keep your thumb ready to scroll past the nonsense. The community spirit is in there somewhere. It is just buried under a lot of digital noise and complaints about barking dogs. Take what you need and leave the rest behind. That is the only way to survive the local social media landscape without losing your cool. It is helpful. It is messy. It is exactly what happens when you give everyone on the block a megaphone. You see, the app creates this hyper-local bubble. It makes the world feel smaller for better and for worse. You might discover a hidden gem of a bakery 2 streets over. You might also discover that your neighbors have a lot of time on their hands. It is about the human condition, really. We want to belong, but we also want to complain. We want to help, but we also want to be right. Navigating that balance is the real challenge of using the platform. Use it as a resource. Do not let it become your primary source of social interaction. Keep your eyes on the physical world outside your window. The app is just a supplement. It is a way to stay informed without having to knock on doors. That convenience is its greatest strength. Its greatest weakness is the lack of a mute button for the neighborhood crank. If you can handle that, you are ready to dive in.